As we just heard from Senator Kaine, there are major questions about how James Comey's firing will impact the investigation into Russian meddling in the U.S. election. Both Republican and Democrat lawmakers are now calling for an independent body to investigate. Our chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross, is here with those details. Good morning, Brian.
Well, good morning, Robin. The FBI director was fired just as the FBI's Russian investigation was at a critical juncture. And this morning, there are growing calls for a special prosecutor to take over an investigation that was clearly about to reach into the White House. With the FBI's Russian investigation finally picking up speed after almost a year, senior FBI officials say this morning the timing of James Comey's firing stinks, with Democrats calling for a special prosecutor.
The inescapable conclusion from the circumstantial evidence here is the president wanted to stop or stifle this investigation.
Officials tell ABC News that the FBI is increasingly focused on Trump's former national security advisor, General Mike Flynn, his former campaign manager, Paul Manafort, his former foreign policy advisor, Carter Page, and longtime Trump friend, Roger Stone. All have denied any wrongdoing. But Comey's testimony last week was hardly reassuring to the Trump camp.
We're conducting an investigation to understand whether there was any coordination between the Russian efforts and anybody associated with the Trump campaign.
Now, some fear a new director at the FBI, appointed by President Trump, could find subtle ways to undercut or even end the investigation.
A new director could come in and ask that an inspection or review of the case be done, and that review could cause the case to slow down. It may be closed.
Just 2 days ago, the president posted this on Twitter. The Russia-Trump collusion story is a total hoax. When will this taxpayer-funded charade end? And last night on Fox, White House aide Sarah Huckabee Sanders said the FBI investigation should be shut down.
My gosh, Tucker, when are they going to let that go? It's been going on for nearly a year. Frankly, it's kind of getting absurd. There's nothing there.
There has been some praise for the president's actions. His former foreign policy advisor, Carter Page, who is one of the targets of the investigation, said this morning he is encouraged that President Trump dismiss Comey and hopes that it will bring to an end an investigation into what he calls the false allegations about Russia.